Hello and welcome. This is MechCommander, and we're back with some more MechCommander 2. Let's go ahead and listen to the mission briefing.
Your actions have made you popular with the people, Sangwei. I applaud you. It is a rare gift to be appreciated by the masses.
A gift I inherited.
Kappa 5 once belonged to my husband, Sangwei. He too was loved. Then House Davian killed him and took it from us. Now I'm dying, and I want this planet for my son. Our line will again be lots of Kappa 5. You will make it so.
I will make it so. You will be my tool. We will begin with House Steiner.
Okay, that guy sounds like a bit of a tool himself, but let's go ahead and take a look at the missions. We have two possible. One is Facility Assault Hijack, and the other is Mobile Intercept Killdeer. Description here says intercept Davian reinforcements before they strengthen the series of bases. So it looks like we're acting against Davian forces now. And then our other mission, incite aggression between Steiner and Davian by attacking Steiner with mechs raided from a Davian base. Well, he said start with the Steiner, so we'll go ahead and do this mission first as it seems to make the most sense, chronologically speaking. Alright, for our mission objectives, we have to capture a Davian weapons facility, and then capture a Steiner weapons facility, capture Steiner headquarters, extract, and we have two secondary objectives, capture resource buildings at Davian base, and salvage Davian mechs at salvage yard. Commander, our thanks for your performance at the Gulag. The Madrissa is most pleased with your actions. Your next assignment involves a unique opportunity within the Jackson sector. Steiner and Davian bases face each other, silently waiting for the other to make the first move. You will hasten the inevitable. Engage the weaker of the two, the Davian base. Capture the Davian weapons facility. There is also a salvage yard storing several Davian mechs. Use your salvage craft to commandeer them. Then proceed with the Davian mechs to attack the Steiner bases. Steiner and Davian will blame each other for the loss of their weapons facility and an advantageous situation for the Madrissa. Alright, Tactical Officer notes, this is a dangerous mission, attacking both Steiner and Davian, but if it works out, Davian will be at Steiner's throat, and will come out of it with a large cache of weapons and some Davian mechs. Liao Intel has informed us Davian is using sensor towers to guard the south route, which we'll be taking. They recommend that we use a Liao Raven or Men Shen, which can jam sensors. Then we can sneak by and destroy the sensor towers, allowing our other mechs to pass through undetected. There's also a large amount of RPs in the Davian base. We have to save those to salvage the Davian mechs at the salvage yard. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop in here. So I guess we'll just go ahead and remove the Atlas. So what they want me to use is some Liao mechs that we do not have. So we're just going to start off by selling off these fire ants and things so that we can get a little bit of money. I don't think we'll be using fire ants from this point forward, so this is an easy sell. Okay, now that we've done that, we don't have a ton of money, but hopefully we can get enough money to get these mechs that they want us to use. So how much tonnage do we have? I'll hit accept just so that we have sold the mechs that I wanted to sell. All right, we only have 160 tons. So let's go ahead and take a look at the mechs that they want us to use. So we've got a Men Shen, which is 55 tons. So if we're thinking about 160 here, we did two of these, that'd be 110. And then the Ravens are 35 apiece. We'd be able to do just one of those, and then we'd be at 145, and then we'd be done. Or we could do one Men Shen and two Ravens. That would be what? 70 plus 55, 125. We'd be able to fit in one more Raven. Just barely, so that'd be 3 Ravens and 1 Men Shen. That's going to cost me a lot of money to be able to afford, though. I may have to sell the Atlas we just acquired. Oh, interesting. Claymore's Atlas and a normal Atlas are different. Seems like a slight difference, but yep, definitely a difference. Alternatively, we just sell some of the stuff that we have a lot of that we don't really have much intention of using. Like, for example, I don't know if we're going to need 4 Razorbacks, so let's go ahead and sell some of these. Okay, so the Raven appears to be about the same speed as a Razorback normally would be. And then a Min-Shen, same speed. So we would be identical speeds if we did that. I think we want to buy at least one of these. And then either buy 3 Ravens or another Min-Shen and 2 Ravens. I'm sorry, 1 Raven in that case. I think it would be easier to afford 2 Min-Shens and a single Raven, if I'm doing my math correctly. Yeah, I think that's the better route. So we're going to buy 2 of those. Yeah, 2 Min-Shens, and then we're just going to have to sell enough so that we can buy a Raven here. So what do we have extra of that we really don't want? Well, I don't think we need 4 Star Slayers, so let's sell one of those. They do sell for quite a lot, so that should be good cash for us. And then we'll buy one of these Ravens. All right, so if I did my math correctly, we're going to have to hit accept here. We should have enough to do this mission. With a little extra tonnage, but... Okay, so we're 15 tons under, but this keeps things nice and simple. I only have 3 mechs to command, and we'll be adding on more mechs as I salvage, so I think this should make this thing a lot more manageable. All right, so let's go ahead and modify these mechs. So what is their normal loadout? 5 LRM racks, 4 pulse lasers, and 3 armor. All right, let's go ahead and modify a Min-Shen first, see what we can do here. Honestly, this is not a bad loadout. It's very mixture of long range and mixture of short range. I like the armor. It's good to have good defensibility. I don't know how good this mech really is, all things considered, but what else could we do with this mech? We could go with extended range lasers, although we only have a few points heatsink-wise to take advantage of. But the difference between a pulse laser and an ER laser is 1. So we could replace 3 there and then maybe do another LRM rack, and then we'd be much more of a long-range style. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with just doing the mech as is. It's pretty well armed, but I think we might... The thing is, though, with Davian forces, I don't know what their advantage is. Is it an advantage of close range or an advantage of long range? So again, I think we're okay with the mech as is. So I'm just going to leave it as is. Let's now take a look at the Raven itself. So we've got 3 ER lasers and 3 Streak SRM packs. This I definitely want to get rid of because I don't want this Raven up close and personal like that. So I would prefer, honestly, to use LRM racks instead. And I think I'm going to get rid of one of the ER lasers, and we're going to equip a armor pack instead. This will give the Raven more survivability at the cost of a little bit of firepower. All right, I'm pretty happy with that loadout. Let's go ahead and save that. And we'll just call this LRM 1. All right. Pretty happy with that loadout. Let's go on to the next stage, which is equipping our pilots. So Haxar's our most experienced and decorated pilot. I honestly don't know if using him is going to be to our best advantage. More than likely, he'll be added in when we salvage any mech anyway. LRM specialists we would have some advantages with, so might not be that bad of a call. I definitely think we want to go with more experienced pilots for this particular mission because it's probably going to be a tough one. So in this case, I think we're going to go ahead and equip the Raven with Worm, which is our sensor specialist. We're going to fit in Hacksaw into the 1 Min-Shen, and then we could do Twitch or Steel. Steel will be advantaged as far as the pulse lasers, so if we get in close, the Min-Shens would be advantaged in that regard. Twitch would be better at range, I think Castile is going to be our option here. So we're going full-on veteran pilots for this particular engagement. We still do have some green pilots, but most of our pilots are regular at this point. All right, so that's going to be my loadout. And yeah, Hexaw is quite a gunner. High gunnery skill. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and launch. All right, let's go ahead and pause here. So we know that because we have the sensor jammers, that we more or less can act within these towers without being seen. The question is, do we have the building that we can capture that would give us control? Well, we have a turret control over here we probably will want. Do we have anything in the way of resources to start? No, we don't. Okay, let's just get an overview of our location and what's going on here. So over here, nothing really going on. We do see a resource building over here. I don't know if I want to necessarily engage that right out the gate. Moving on along, we have some fuel tanks here. A target we could blow up if there's any enemies nearby. We, of course, have the sensor towers. Okay, I don't see the structure to control them at this point. We have some kind of structure here. Looks like another turret group. Although not much of one, just looks like a couple of these. I'm not sure what they are. Autocannons, lasers. We also have another turret control here. Let's follow the road. As a matter of fact, let's open up our objectives so we can take a look at that. So we've got capture the Davian weapon facility, which we're definitely going to want to do first. Okay, we have a bridge that goes across to the other side on that way. We have a bridge here, and it looks like we have another bridge up towards the top. All right, so as I was saying, turret control. We have yet another turret control here. This one should be fairly easy to capture if we come from this direction. We just run in and capture it. Of course, there might be defenders. We have another turret control here, pretty much undefended. I'm not exactly sure which turrets this controls. Maybe these ones over here. All right, so we've got yet another gate control, turret control. I mean, if we had jump jets, that would be easy. Unfortunately, I did not bring any mechs that had jump jets, so we're going to have to work our way through this facility one way or another. So capture resources buildings here. Oh, wow, there's a ton of them. Yeah, all right. And then we have the salvage yard here, and we've got a number of mechs to choose from. These are Davian mechs. Okay, and the weapons facility. We have a repair bay, which is going to allow us to repair all the mechs, which is fantastic. All right. And we have over here another turret control group. All right, so a lot of turret controls that we could possibly capture, but it seems like if we come from the south, there is really no defenses for these gates. So, there's the sensor control. So we could come in here, smash through one of these walls or one of these gates without much opposition and run in, grab the turret control. I am going to have to worry about possibly defenders inside the base, though, so we'll take one thing at a time. And I'm only going to focus on this part of the objective for right now, the Davian part of the mission. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our mechs and go ahead and make them into a command group so that we're ready for that. Let's go ahead and... do we want to try and capture these guys right away? I honestly don't know if we can move here without jump jets. Maybe through this way? I'm not sure if this is navigable. We could...
Hacksaw here. Hey, my path is blocked.
All right, so we can't get to that resource building.
Hey, my
Command,
path is blocked.
the only way to get past that sensor net is to send a mech equipped with ECM, like a Raven or a Man Shen.
And that's all of our mechs, so we should be perfectly fine there. All right, so as I was saying, unless we have any other contacts, I think just running up and capturing this is to our best advantage. So let's just go ahead and do a run command and go do that. Now, honestly, we do not want to be seen over here by these units, so it's best if we just... I mean, I'm going to let them path however they want to path, but... Alright, looks like we'll be able to get over here without too much difficulty. We might take a little bit of damage as we come in.
The building is mine.
Alright. That should be the hardest part right there. Continue to move up. Now we have good sensors, so we will know if there's any enemies up ahead. Took a little bit of damage there. Alright, so we have an enemy patrol. Let's try and not draw them if we can avoid it. I see two, I'm assuming, vehicles. We could draw them into the turrets we just captured. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and try that. Let's hit them.
Hacksaw here.
Start moving back.
In target. We should get paid by the piece. Hacksaw here. Locking in target. You got it, sir.
Okay, that one's done.
He's dust.
If this one is the same type of vehicle, this shouldn't be too hard.
Still reporting. Roger that. Target confirmed. Roger.
Alright.
See ya.
Easy enough. Keep moving up to the north. We have a mech there. And another mech there, so that's going to stop me from capturing that sensor grid. If we can go over this way, though, I see no reason to encounter those mechs. Because we could just come up here instead. I don't know if we can path this. I don't know if there's enough that we can walk up this hill. See if I can adjust the camera so we can see a little bit better where we're going. Alright, so we've got more targets on the horizon. Now later, if we get a jump-capable mech, we'll be able to take advantage of that. I'm assuming it's going to allow me to capture this turret control right here, because otherwise it would say that I couldn't.
Roger.
Let's just run in there and capture before these mechs really respond to our action. There we go. Perfect.
Form here. They're on me.
So we're just going to continue to back off.
Consider it done. Still reporting. Target acknowledged. Check.
Okay, I think we've got this guy down.
Affirmative. Scratch one enemy mech.
Okay, we've got another enemy coming in. Let's actually draw them into the turret grid up here. Alright.
Form here. They're on me. Form here.
Let's keep backing off here. I don't want to keep taking this damage. Alright, I'm not exactly sure what to do in this case, because we've got one mech, enemy mech over here, that we definitely want to attack.
Form here. Roger that. Target confirmed. Roger.
I'm unfortunately not able
Form here. Hey, I'm under fire
to
over
draw them as much into the turret grid as I would like. But if we take out this Wolfhound, or Enfield, or whatever it's called,
here. Roger that. Target confirmed. Hacksaw here. Locking in target.
then we should be able to capture that building.
Shoulder. No sweat. Form here. Hey, I'm under fire over here.
Okay, unfortunately our Raven's taking way more damage than I would like.
I can see daylight through my neck.
Keep just backing off here.
It's as good as dead. Consider it done.
Okay, we're taking a lot of damage here with our light mech. I don't want to continue to take that damage, so I'm going to go ahead and have my mech separate out a little bit here.
Locking in
For
target.
whatever reason, I only selected the one mech. I could have swore that I selected the other one, but for whatever reason, that's the way it went. Okay, you're going to keep moving that way. You're going to go here. You're going to go here.
It's as good as dead. Still reporting.
This is just driving me crazy
Target confirmed. I love this job.
because my mechs are not really doing what I'm telling them to do. All right. It could be the camera angle I have, but things are looking pretty dicey here. I have drawn a huge mech force against me, and I really do not want to fight them. So we're going to have to run, I think. We should be able to outrun these guys, but we don't really have the foot speed I would like. I am going to hit engage, though, so we are attacking. That is the one thing that's really frustrating about this game, is sometimes actually getting your mechs to fight while moving can be extremely frustrating. All right. Now that we've drawn these enemies away, maybe we can get into this turret control. Although I don't know of a way that we can directly come in here without drawing that. So I'm going to try and knock out one of these walls and see what we can do.
Hacksaw here. Locking in target.
And then we'll, if I have to, I'll destroy the generator. But we need to be able to use these turrets against them, otherwise we will lose this engagement. Oh, there is still that enemy mech there. Okay, we've got through. Now let's capture.
Roger.
Let me make sure the Raven does not get involved in this engagement. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the enemy. Okay.
Building is mine.
Let's grab our command group and have them come and capture this turret control. And at that point, we should be able to take advantage of the enemy here
Building is mine.
to a certain extent.
Hacksaw here. Looks like I'm the target.
Okay. So here come the enemy. We want them to walk into the turret grid if we can. Now, of course, they might just recapture it. Unfortunately, these turrets are not really aimed in a way that really help us too much. Another thing we might be able to do here is capture this turret grid, although this one I think is still hostile. So we're going to try that.
No sweat.
Yeah, these are still friendly. And let's go ahead and queue attacks here, because I don't think the Wolfhound is a particularly long-range mech.
Roger.
Fortunately, we're still eating damage to our Raven, which I do not want to take.
I'm here. They're on me.
Alright, I've had enough of that.
Here. Oh man, this doesn't look good. I'm here. I'm losing weapons.
Okay.
Building captured. Check.
So, at this point, Worm has to not be in this fight. So I'm going to have Worm run the heck over here. And then the rest of the command group I'm going to use to fight this out. This is why I kind of was not too keen on the idea of bringing so many...
Enemy has recaptured building.
Yeah, see, that was what I was afraid of.
No sweat.
Okay, so what's going on here is that those mechs are just going for the Raven, which we really don't want them to be able to do. Unfortunately, with the way the map is, I only have so much space to run. We'll try and draw them here. Okay.
Steele reporting. Target acknowledged. See ya. Steele reporting. Roger that. Target confirmed.
Yeah, see, they're completely ignoring me.
The building is mine. Steele reporting. Roger that. Target confirmed. Hacksaw.
Alright, I may have no choice here but to continue moving
Sir.
with the Raven. At the very least, we are getting some scouting done with the Raven, which is, I guess, okay. Okay, I can't really afford to slug it out with this guy without using the turrets against him, so
Hacksaw here. Hey, I'm under fire.
let's move him over to the turrets. Hopefully get their assistance here.
Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead. That was pretty.
Alright.
Hacksaw here. Locking in target. Hacksaw here.
We're just gonna have to take this base, I think. Alright, continue to move over this way, I guess. Okay, let's go capture the turret control here.
Dead. Check. The building is mine.
Okay, worm.
Hacksaw here.
Needs to continue to run here. I don't think that there is really anything hostile over in this area. As this turret grid... Oh, that turret grid's still hostile. But we can use the other turret grid as a friendly. Okay, well, let's just run over here and capture our objective, I guess. Let's focus on our other mechs here.
Affirmative. Still reporting. Roger that. Target confirmed. Check. We should get paid by the piece.
Okay, you're in the right spot. Time to call for a
Objective
salvage craft and put our pilots in these mechs.
Okay, now the important bit. Capturing the repair bay.
Consider it done. Building captured.
Alright, I need to capture this turret grid so I can continue to run with my Raven, but... I can try and run over here. There's a chance, though, this turret grid will do damage to me before I capture it. But we'll try. Okay.
Listen, this is important. You just captured a full complement of clan energy weapon components.
Worm here.
I fought the clan on Tukia, and let me tell you, this stuff is just
Building
better than
captured.
ours.
Vehicle destroyed.
Alright. Let's grab this turret control. There is a mech here that's probably going to fight us, but...
No sweat.
Alright, come on. Both of you do that. Not just one of you, both of you. Ugh. Damn pathing.
Hacksaw here. Hey, I'm under fire.
Okay, I can't capture it because of the enemy.
No sweat.
Alright, let's go ahead and run over this way. Hopefully the turret grid will help us, although it's possible they'll just recapture the building. I can't stand and fight, though. Okay, you guys. Can't capture the building because of things, so...
Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an enemy in this mech because it's not responding. Alright, let's run over to this and capture it real quick
No sweat.
before they respond. There we go.
Building is mine.
Now we're in a good spot. Let's continue to kill the Enfield here.
Still reporting. Roger that. Target confirmed.
Okay, now our Raven is going to continue to run. But this way. Play ring around the rosy. They're probably going to capture this building, but that's okay. Alright, so that was a little stressy, but we managed to get through it okay.
Warning. Enemy has recaptured building.
Yeah, I know. Okay, the way you're pathing, I'm not a big fan of. Okay. And you're gonna path this way.
Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead. You got it, sir.
Let's get this gate control before they come through.
The building is mine. Hacksaw here.
No, no, no. Don't go through the door, dum-dums. There you go. Now we've got them where we want them. You're gonna run in here, and you're gonna start capturing these buildings for me.
Consider it done.
Enemy resources captured.
Building
Enemy
captured.
resources
Oh, hello.
captured.
Building captured. Roger. Hacksaw here. Locking in target.
They are really single-minded in that purpose of killing my light mech, weren't they?
Captured. Consider it done.
Enemy resources captured.
Alright. So as I said, pretty stressy.
Enemy
Good
resources
work.
captured.
Now you can salvage the Davion mechs due north of this installation.
Building
But now we've got their facility, and we're going to run over here. And first thing I'm going to do is send our light mech, our Raven, over to get repaired. All right, now we need to actually salvage stuff. So we've got Yager mechs and Enfields and a Shadowcat. So we should have enough to salvage the whole shebang. So let's just go ahead, start with the Shadowcat here.
Roger that. Salvage craft is on its way. Worm here. Good to go, boss.
Okay, Worm, you can come out. Next mech, go in. And we'll just go through the list. Okay, grab the Enfield.
Salvage craft is on its way. Hacksaw here. All buffed and shiny, boss.
Okay. Grab another one.
Roger that. Salvage craft is on its way.
You go over there. I don't know if the salvaged mechs really need a repair. They seem to be in fantastic condition. Okay.
I'm back in action.
So we're going to have a lot of mechs involved in this engagement. Whether or not we're supposed to use our own mechs, I'm not really sure. It doesn't really say. And I'm sure the game doesn't really care. And while we're at it, why don't you run over here and capture this building again?
No sweat.
Okay, we have one more to capture.
Roger that. Salvage craft is on its way.
We're probably going to eat a little bit of damage here while we run over.
Building is mine.
Okay, and
Objective complete.
you can run back and get repaired again. All right, so that was the hard part. Now we've got a huge force here. A frankly ridiculous force. Let's go ahead and grab everybody else
Hacksaw here. All buffed and shiny, boss.
and make them Command Group 2.
Hacksaw here. Hey, my path is blocked.
Okay. There we go. Now let's take a look at the map and see what we have to do for the next part of this mission. So we need to capture a Steiner weapon facility, which is going to be 2. Then we need to capture a headquarters, which is 3. And then finally we need to extract, which is 4. Okay, so coming over this way, we've got some turrets here. We've got the turret control. That one's going to be harder to do if we cross this bridge. So let's see, what about the other bridges? So we've got another bridge here, and we've got this base, which is full of more turrets. And the turret control is where? Here. We used all our resource points. Oh, you know what? The Shadowcat has the ability to jump. So we can go back and get those resource points that we missed out on. That's going to take them a little bit of time. We also missed out on capturing the sensor control. So I'm going to go ahead and queue that move while we wait. As a matter of fact, I don't have that mech selected. While we wait, we'll go ahead and capture some of these buildings. Okay.
I copy, sir.
All right, so as we were saying, over there, yeah, looks a little dicey. Okay, we've got our third bridge down here, though. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right, so we can cross the bridge
Hack map updated.
without too much difficulty.
Enemy sensor net neutralized. We shouldn't have any more surprises. For now.
Okay, so the turret control here is still well defended, but we have more of an option of going around. So we've got our extraction point. We could come around this way. We have the fuel tanks, which we can blow if we want. If we come around to this side, there are no turrets, so we could break through the wall. Let's say we break through the wall over here somewhere, grab the turret control, then we're pretty much good to go. As a matter of fact, this gate's being held open. I'm going to assume enemy contact. But my point is, I think going through the third bridge, the one at the south, is actually the best option here. Go go ahead and jump over here. So there's some kind of enemy here that we never really did address. We're going to go ahead and tell the whole group to come on down this way. We are going to use the Shadow Cat to jump across and get those one resources we couldn't reach before. And we do have enemy contacts over here too, which I'm not really sure what that's all about. Doesn't seem like there's anything over here of worth. Oh, no, there's a resource truck. Okay. So that might be something we can get with jump jets as well. So we'll have to take a look at that. Okay, we're just start walking over here. Really, we just want to draw this enemy, get it to come into the turrets if we can. We don't really have to engage this enemy, but it might be in the way as we go down this road anyway, so I don't really want the Raven spearheading this attack.
Claymore reporting. Copy that target. 10-4.
All right, we're just going to start backing off. Oh, there we go. We have an enemy that actually runs at us for once.
Twitch here. Roger that target.
All right, we have quite a salvo of fire going there.
I copy, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and go down here. Actually, I'm going to just leave most of the group here. Matter of fact, at this crossroads. Let's grab this unit plus, well, let's do Command Group 1 plus this unit, and we'll take them over this way. And we'll get those resources that we missed out on. That's going to allow me to do some airstrikes. That should prove valuable. All right, so we're going to come on over here. Use the jump jets of the Shadow Cat to be able to get across and capture this facility. Then we use the airstrikes to start hitting some of these turret controls that are a little bit more problematic. Not exactly sure which of the turret controls I'd prefer to go after, but for now, let's go ahead and just grab the Shadow Cat. Have a jump command to jump there. These guys are just in for support, as they do have long-range weapons. Okay.
Yeah, sure, you got it. No sweat.
Okay, back off.
It's as good as dead. Not so tough anymore, are you?
Guess that's one way to take care of it. I don't even know if that enemy did anything to attack me.
Roger.
Are these vehicles active? Oh, there they go.
Twitch here. Roger that.
Okay, I really don't want to be taking that kind of damage.
Oh, man, I'm bleeding.
But the problem is, seems like the enemy is not really coming after me, so we can't capture the building because of the enemy's presence. But I also don't want to eat this kind of damage.
Twitch here. Roger that target.
Come on, chase me.
Twitch here. Commander, I'm taking heat. Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged. Twitch here. Roger that target.
Alright, I'm just going to have to eat this damage, I guess.
Not so tough anymore.
Enemy resources captured.
Alright, I think I may have made a bit of a mistake with the group that I chose, because they were really unable to help.
I got it.
Okay, jump. Grab this group again and send them over this way. But I am going to grab these two. Have them come this way. Maybe we can get them to jump across and help. I honestly don't know if this group here can just move across like this. They might be able to. I might not need jump jets. So if that's the case, we should be okay. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead while I'm on it. Deselect these two. Find out where they are. Right there. Have them come back over with the rest of the group. Then we'll reselect this group. Okay. Alright, so it does appear that we can just come over this way without jump jets being used.
Twitch
Alright.
Enemy resources captured.
Let's meet up with the rest of the group then.
I can't capture. The enemy's too close.
And I'm going to think about actually sending Twitch over to that repair bay as well. That is going to slow the mission down, but we can do some of the mission without Twitch anyway, so we can wait. Okay, so as we have everything move across, let's take a look. Is there anything that we want to use the airstrike on? Because we're going to have 2 of them, and 2 of them will knock out a turret grid. So we can knock out the turret grid here by taking out this generator. And in that way, we can just come across this way. Or we could come up this way as this kind of indicates. And really, honestly, just one airstrike might do it if this is fuel tank, because it will take all this stuff out. And then we'd have a spare... We'd have a spare airstrike, but then the problem is we have another turret grid up here. Granted, the turret control's right there, which is easily capturable. All right, with that being the case, let's go ahead and grab everybody. Minus Twitch, who we already have moving. And we'll come up this way. Because it does look like we can perhaps make that route a little bit more successful. So this is my plan. We're going to do airstrike number 1. Right here.
Airstrike confirmed. Commencing countdown.
And that should take out the turret control for this area, allowing us to cross the bridge.
Turrets deactivated.
Okay, that much is done. And then we'll save the other airstrike for now. We come over, capture this turret control.
Twitch here. Yeah, mech repaired.
That takes care of that. We have another turret control over here, but they're outside the base.
Reporting. Commander, I'm taking fire.
Taking fire from what? Oh, we never captured this turret control.
The building is mine.
Alright, well, we might as well get repaired while we're over here. So, anyone that took damage while they were on that trip, as silly as that trip was, we can go ahead and take care of. And the rest of the group will just continue. As a matter of fact, the second group should be good to go. So we'll have them go over this way. The primary group will have come over to the repair bay.
Hacksaw here.
Oh, didn't really want them to attack a fence.
Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead.
Okay, hacksaw get repaired. Okay. Alright, well, we should be good to go. Let's go across. I don't know what kind of speed we have with some of these mechs, so let's take a look at, for example, Twitch here. What's your speed? It doesn't say.
Left and shiny, boss.
So I don't know which of these mechs is faster. So I'm going to have to make a guess. Alright. We don't have to make that decision right this second. I do want to get over here, though, and repair the rest of these mechs. Okay. Go back over to our group, number 2. And we'll have
Still reporting. I'm back in action.
this mech. Oh, we've got enemy on the way.
Not so tough anymore, are you?
Alright. Let's grab this mech here. Have you run over there.
Roger that.
I'm hoping that's a fast mech. I really can't tell. I'm going to assume it's not. What about the Shadow Cat? How fast is that?
Roger.
Oh, that looks definitely faster. Alright, so hopefully we can run up here, capture this turret control before it fires on us too much.
Ow! Oh man, I'm bleeding! I got it!
Alright.
I got the building!
Grab the rest of our command group. Have them run over here to support. Okay, good. That's exactly what we want. You guys keep going this way. Okay, let's go back over to our command group over here, see if any more of these guys need repaired. They don't. Let's go ahead and send them back over to the fray. And we can use them to capture some of these buildings for us. Switch back over to our second command group.
Shadow reporting. I got their attention.
Now, he might recapture that building, which is going to piss me off, to be honest with you. But I don't know if there's a lot I can do about it.
Enemy
Yeah.
has recaptured building.
We will lay into him at range, though. Make him pay. Okay. I have faith that they've got him at this point. Let's grab our number 1 command group. Have them come over this way.
Nighty-night.
Okay, and we're gonna grab... It really doesn't matter who. Let's just grab Hacksaw, I guess. As Hacksaw should be just as fast as
No sweat.
the Raven. Honestly, we want to use the pop-up time to our advantage, but... Okay, good.
Building is mine.
So now what we want to do... I'm not sure what's going on here. Sometimes with these pathing things, you know, mechs just have a mind of their own. Alright, let's grab Hacksaw and move around so we can try and capture the other turret control. We'll be try and be quick about it. Unfortunately, we're in range of the turrets.
Target.
Oh!
Hacksaw here. Minefield. Nobody move.
Alright, minefield. So that means we're gonna have to send the Raven instead. Ow.
Hacksaw here. I can see light through my armor. Hacksaw here. Minefield. Nobody move. Roger.
Are we still taking damage from
Warning.
minefields?
Enemy has recaptured building.
Oh,
Yeah, sure. You got it.
this is driving me crazy. Alright.
Here we go. Hacksaw here. Looks like I'm the target.
Mech destroyed.
Go get that turret control again.
Stay right there.
Alright, let's grab our Raven, who is light enough to do this next bit without running through mines. Unfortunately, the pathing is
Warm here.
completely stupid.
Fire over here.
Run over this way. I don't know how many times I have to tell you to do that. Alright. Alright. Now we'll go capture the building.
Roger that.
And I don't know what that was all about over there. But we should have this building fairly soon.
Building captured.
Alright. That nightmare is over. Let's grab everybody and start making our way through this.
Psycho here. He's as good as dead.
Claymore reporting. Copy that target. Acknowledged.
Roger.
I don't know what we're going to do about this minefield.
Objective complete.
Building captured.
What is hitting us? We have another turret control?
Roger.
Oh, I love these little beauties. Swarm long-range missiles. Swarm missiles do area effect splash damage. Very useful for destroying lots of vehicles in a single salvo.
Okay. Now we're going to grab this group and fire away at the Zeus.
Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged.
Acknowledged. You're gonna feel this one.
Hacksaw here.
Alright.
Dead.
Take
That guy's down.
Affirmative.
Okay, so we've got the weapons facility. That's good to go. Question is the minefield. So it looks like it's very hard to see it, to be honest with you. I have to zoom way in. And I think these are mines even over here. So I don't know if there's a way to go from this objective to the other one without triggering mines. They're like absolutely everywhere in between the two. So maybe if we go down the road. will be okay. So let's see. Going down the road, moving along. Yeah, okay. So as long as you're to the right over here, it doesn't look like there are any mines. The turret control is going to be trickier, though, and I didn't see any resource points over here. I didn't really honestly look that hard, but we don't have any other means of doing airstrikes from what I can tell. So, with that being said, let's just go ahead and start getting the command groups over to this area. And we'll survey the idea of how we're going to get in here. So, what I would do is actually recross the bridge and engage this from a different direction, honestly. Do it from the other side of the bridge, because unless there's mines over here, then we just come over here, go in, go through this way. And I think that's what we're going to do. So I am going to grab both command groups. We could use this opportunity to repair again, but honestly, I just want to get this mission over with. So let's just go ahead and get everybody grouped up over here. Might not be smart pathing the way I am. No, it's definitely not smart pathing the way I am. Let's cross the bridge over this way. And I am going to take that repair while I'm over here, because some of my mechs are pretty beat up. All right. That's what we're going to do. This is a rather lengthy mission, it looks like. What's going on over here? This building is like all messed up. Maybe there's only so much repairing you can do before the building loses its ability to repair. But what we'll do is we'll go all the way down to the last bridge, the one all the way to the south, and we'll make our move there. All right, so Twitch is one of the ones that needs repaired, so we'll go do that. And then our other big one is Hacksaw, who took a number of mine hits. And then everybody else is pretty much good to go. I mean, technically Steel needs a repair, but I think we'll be okay without it.
Twitch here. Yeah, mech repaired.
Okay. Have you go in the... There we go. All right, so let's start having Command Group 2, because they're already ready to go. Go to this crossroad here. And then when our other mech here is ready to go, we'll do that.
Repair resources depleted.
All right, never mind. We'll have them go over to this crossroad as well. And then we'll cross the bridge over here. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and tell them to run over that way. And we'll cross the bridge and we'll attack from that direction. We'll attack from the rear, because there appears to be pretty much no defenses on that side. We'll just circumvent what we can. We'll come in, maybe smash through this gate and get into the gate, the turret control. That will capture the only turret control in that area. And then we'll just go through the base from the underside. There's not that many turrets in the area that I can see. There's fuel tanks here, so we might be able to take out this turret generator. But I think I'm going to go that route. I'm going to go from the south, because we've already made that move anyway. Alright. We've got some of the group down here. They are going to see me with their sensors, so this is going to be a fight. Unless we send our other group, but they should see me at this stage. Alright, well, we'll send our... Well, they're going to see me as soon as I cross the bridge, so you know what? I just send the whole group. Get across this. We're going to encounter this mech. We don't want to chase after it too much, though. We don't want to hit those turret controls, or the turrets themselves. All right, let's start moving this way. We'll get the engagement when we get the engagement. All right, it's a Razorback.
Shot here. Target locked in. Aye.
So this should not be a tough fight. All right, let's start moving over this way. Stay away from those turrets as much as possible. We've got an enemy mech in here. We'll just take care of that. There are fuel tanks here that might be worth hitting, although there is a... Oh, that's a fuel tank truck, not a resource truck. Okay, we've got a bushwhacker.
Claymore reporting. Copy that target. Roger.
Okay, that guy's down.
Claymore reporting. That'll
Keep our range along.
Roger. Worm here. They're on me. Claymore reporting. Copy that target.
Okay, they're going after my Raven again, so I'm just going to keep the Raven out of the fight. That is, if we can get the pathing through our other mechs. Okay, now we've taken care of that. Let's go over and capture the gate control, which is going to allow us to get in here. All right, let's grab Hacksaw at this point. Have Hacksaw run in here. Run down this way. Grab the gate control. Then grab the turret control.
Building is mine.
Okay.
Hacksaw here. Looks like I'm the target. Roger.
Oh, that turret control's there, huh? All right, we might not be able to do anything about that, but we really don't need to. All right, what can we capture here? Looks like we're going to have to smash our way through here. So let's just grab everybody. It will allow me. There we go. Tell them to smash through this gate.
Claymore reporting. Copy that target. Yeah, sure, you got it.
All right, come in here.
Claymore reporting.
Capture this gate control.
Any move there?
Oh, all right. Well, let's not worry about capturing it then, if we can't.
Yeah, target acknowledged.
Instead, we're just going to...
Claymore reporting. I can't even move there.
Why are some of these mechs not able to move?
Claymore reporting. I can't even move there. Worm here. I can't get there.
I don't know why you can't. Okay. Smash through that. All we have to do is capture the headquarters. So, looks like there's an enemy mech here,
Long shot here. Copy
which is
target.
already dead. Now we've got a Zeus.
Long shot here. Sir, I'm under attack.
Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged. Roger that.
Back up a little bit.
Long shot here. Copy target.
All right, let's not stand on top of it in case it's going to explode. Okay. Oh, that should be that.
Okay, sir.
So we're just going to capture the headquarters,
Objective complete.
Building captured.
capture this turret control,
Roger. Building captured.
and get the hell out of Dodge.
Twitch here. My path is blocked.
Stop with this
Twitch here. My path is blocked.
path block nonsense. Okay, let's grab these two. All right, we're done deal. Bit of a difficult one.
Psycho here. My path is blocked. Psycho here. My path is blocked.
To be honest with you, the whole
Objective
pathfinding in this game is starting to really get to me. When you have a lot of mechs like this game's it can be a little nightmarish to control. But we got through it okay. A lot of salvage too.
Mission successful.
Okay, so we're just going to go through the list and salvage as much as we can. We're going to start with some of the heavier stuff, though. Do we have even a Highlander at this point? I honestly don't know. I think we may. And then the other mechs are the new Davian mechs. Well, I do want to get some of these mechs. So, like the Wolfhounds, we don't really have any familiarity with them. And I guess that's all we can afford to salvage, so that's what we're going to salvage. The rest we're just going to let go. All right, we're done. A lot of pilots here, so this is probably going to take a very long time. As far as I know, there's no way to speed along through this. Yeah, so we're just going to have to go through. A lot of kills for Hacksaw. Longshot didn't get any. Psycho got 1. He's going to get promoted.
MechWarrior promoted to regular.
Which means I am going to have to choose some things here. So, it's between Laser Specialist and SRM Specialist. The same kind of stuff we have seen. I think I'm just going to go with the SRM Specialist. I don't know. It's funny because a lot of times, by the time you level up some of your pilots, the weapon systems that you're leveling them to use, you're not even using anymore. Again, very minimal kills with some of our mechs, which got quite a few. All right, well that's it. All right, well I'm gonna go ahead and put a cut in the video here, and for whatever reason the visuals have cut out entirely for you guys, so I apologize for that. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is MouseGunner signing out.